Hey, and welcome back to Divinity Gems. This is for my Pisces. Welcome, Pisces, your weekly tarot reading for the week of September 17th through the 23rd. I'm going to use the Black Moon Astrology deck. I'm going to do the Here, Now, and Later spread for you guys. It is 15 cards, 5 and 3 rows. So the Here has 5, the Now, and then the Later, 5, 5, and 5. And they each also have a separate meaning by the position. So we're going to pull those for you and then pull some tarot clarifiers from the Crystal Vision Tarot deck. All right, this is for my Pisces week of the 17th through the 23rd. First position on this spread. Well, the first row is your current circumstances. So this whole row is your current circumstances, and then it has 5 positions. So the first position of the first row, where you stand or where your situation is now. We have water, which is your element, water element, which is sensing. So you are feeling and sensing and just in some emotions right now, kind of figuring it all out emotionally for yourself. Okay, second position is other people and surrounding circumstances. Right now you're in South Node, life's debts. So you may be going through some type of karmic cycle or may have been completing a karmic cycle where you had to go back and do some things or deal with some circumstances or situations that you left unattended to. So this is what's been playing out for you, Pisces. Life debts going into South Node is in your position of other people and other surrounding circumstances. So anybody you meet most likely right now coming or have been coming into contact with or dealing with recently, quite possibly is a past life connection or soulmate type of connection from a past life. Third position, what you're not able to see, but what is still influencing the situation, earth element, stability. So all this was happening and playing out to make a change in that area of your life, which was to bring you more stability, to make you a more grounded, solid person. When it comes to finances, material wealth, the things that you have, this is why you have gone through the last cycle to bring about more stability to yourself, Pisces. Next position, a path you are considering or where the situation is currently heading. This is to get to your destiny, your destiny. This is finding when you go through the South Node and the North Node and go through these trials and tests. This is to eventually get you to your life purpose, who you are, what you originally came to this planet for, your destiny, what you're destined to be, who you're destined to be, what you're destined to become. Your destiny is in your path you are considering or where the situation is currently heading. And then the fifth position, the current energies and surrounding circumstances, Taurus I have, which is still back to the earth element of stability. They are the materialistic, foundational people. What you have materialistically is and foundationally is caught up in Taurus energy. So this is to make you a more stable person. That is the current circumstances. Going into your second row, what is evolving and where the energy is being directed? What is evolving and where the energy is being directed? All right, first position is now the sixth position in this row. What to do next and how to approach the situation. Your second house, owning, is out. So what you have, what you own, the things that you own, your true possessions right now are coming into play. What to do next and how to approach the situation. It is building up the things you have. When I look at that card, it is understanding the importance of the things you own. So it is trying to get yourself stable. If it's a house, if it's a car, if it's something that you need to have, that's in that position for that reason. What to do next, how to approach it, gathering the things that you need, the things that you need. Seventh position, the influences from partnerships, alliances, romantic interests. This is this right here, and it's going Jupiter returns benefits is in that seventh position. Influences from partnerships, alliances, romantic interests. Jupiter returns benefits card. And anytime Jupiter is there, it's usually, that's the planet of expansion. It's the planet of luck. growth like that. So Jupiter is returning you benefits. And I'm going to just go ahead and call out your eighth position since it's right next to it. You have Jupiter abundance in the eighth position. This is what others are saying about the issue, but not to you. So with those both being in your seventh and eighth spots, this is influences from partnerships. Eighth position is what others are saying about the issue, but not to you. Both of them, you have Jupiter returns benefits and abundance. So you have on both sides you benefiting in these two spots. Influences from partnerships and what others are saying. Everything is about noticing the work that you've been doing, noticing your attitude or your work ethic. And it's saying it's time now for you to bring some benefits into yourself, for you to get some abundance to yourself. And Jupiter is who you want to have bringing it to you. I mean, that's giving you the luck that you need when it comes to love. I see in Jupiter returns benefits. I always feel like this is love and sex because the way this card is looking. Yeah, there's two people doing some things on this card, but that one I see more when it comes to relationships. Jupiter abundance here, I see more when it comes to actions and things that you've been trying to put out there and trying to bring to yourself, but just may have been on the delay with the way this has the abundance with the red and the fiery type of action feel to it. And this one has the kind of blue, softer feel to it. Either way, this is Jupiter bringing you some good stuff right here. And I feel like that's coming, this being your where the energy is being directed, bro. I feel like those are definitely money and coins on here. What you own is about to get picked up. It's about to get you're about to get a pick me up, Pisces, in that area, I feel like. So we got eighth position out of the way. What others are saying was the Jupiter abundance. The ninth position, hope, wishes, and possible outcome depending on what's happening now. We have sixth house routine, which is the Virgo, which is also another earth type of energy, which is what the grand trine was in Earth when those three Earth planets were all aligned in a perfect triangle. That is getting to your routine, your sixth house routine. Where does that Virgo type of energy, what makes you feel stable, what makes you feel secure in your everyday life, in your everyday routine? Okay, that was in your hopes and wishes and possible outcome depending on what's happening now, just to get more stable, And then the 10th position, what's driving this situation? 11th house friendship. So you may have been depending on some friends, leaning on some people. This could also be a third party situation sometimes where you had to break away from one side and move towards another side, depending on what was more stable for you, what was actually going to be beneficial for you and serving your life purpose. Okay. Last row, third row. This is the conclusion based on the current conditions or future influences. So, 11th position. The state you are progressing towards, the energy coming in. You have first house, the body. This is you getting back to you. This is you understanding yourself, knowing yourself, and feeling very confident in yourself when you have this card out. This is just definitely who you are. So you're coming into the state that you're progressing towards. The energy coming in is you feeling stable, knowing who you are in this world, Pisces. Next position, 12th position, influences from others that will have an impact on the resolution of this matter. Leo, I will. Influences from others. So this is Leos who kind of lead and dominate as they have that type of lion type of energy. These are the ones who lead. They are the leaders and they have no problem leading. Almost to a controlling degree. They can be kind of controlling as a Leo. But this is you, the opposite completely of you. And I feel like this is coming in, the influence from others that will have an impact on it to strengthen you, to show you how to take charge more, to show you how to be more stable, because this is the overall theme, the area that you were working on in your life, Pisces, to take yourself from your normal self of water and thinking of others first to learn to think of yourself now. And you have that Leo, I will energy coming into yourself right now. That was in your position of influences from others that will have an impact on you. Maybe you've learned that from watching others as well, how to go ahead and become that lion and get your roar on and be more aggressive when it comes to the things that you want. Next position is the 13th. What you have failed to take into account, but what also can be corrected. So you got messages in that. Maybe someone has been trying to tell you this or has been sending you messages as far as it's time for you to bring more stability into your life. It's time for you to get more grounded, that type of thing. These are listening to those messages from other people, and it says you failed to take into account, but it's about to be corrected. You're seeing the importance of why you're going to be more stable and why being more stable is important to you. And then we have the 14th position. What cannot be changed unless drastic measures are taken? You have 10th house, the world. This is a cycle. This is you going through this cycle for a reason, so that you can come out on top at the end of this cycle, so that you can feel at the end of the day like you're sitting on top of the world. Once you change the energy from negative to positive in whatever area of your life you were working on, and right now is playing out as your stability, this is that cycle, you going through that cycle, and that cannot be changed. This is for the better. This is something divinely guided so that you can become, a better person overall. That's what this is for. So that cycle ending, being in the 14th position, and then the 15th position, the outcome of the matter based on what is. Changing your response to the matter can change this outcome. But right now we have Sagittarius IC, which means you learned this lesson. Sagittarius is the philosopher of the zodiac. So you've learned, you come into understanding of why you had to go through this cycle, of why it played out this way, so that you can bring in benefits. So that number one, it was a life debt. It was a self note. This was something karmic that played out right now. So your water element was being mixed with a little fire to me and a lot of earth to me right now is playing out in the earth part, which is grounding you from your water that's usually very free flowing. And right now it's grounding you to become a more stable person for that reason. This was your cycle. This was your last lesson that played out, Pisces, and it is to make you a better person at the end of the day. It is to bring stability to you where there was none. So when it comes to your job, your finances, when it comes to what you possess, what you own, that's how this cycle, oh, wow, all these cards won't fall. I'm not doing all that. That's how this cycle is playing out for you, though, most definitely. I have some ghetto fabulous neighbors. You'll have to excuse me. If you guys don't hear it, I hear it, and it's very irritating. All right. Got the 5 of Cups out. King of Cups is in reverse. So you're feeling lost somewhat emotionally. You may be feeling a little lonely at this moment as it's playing out. Maybe away from a lover or not with the person we want to be with at this moment. Turn my ringer down. But there was some type of emotional loss, just a little sadness. I'm not feeling anything too deep over it, but just a little sadness when it comes to the person that we were with right now is being in reverse right now. But we're desiring emotionally a little bit. Our 7 of Swords and our Queen of Swords in reverse. So maybe we just weren't ready for the change that came about. It's kind of playing a little bit on us mentally, in our head a little bit. Something that we definitely wanted to hold on to, something we felt like that was ours, but we are in our head over it at this moment with the 9 of Swords being out and then the 4 of Pentacles being out. Just something that we really wanted, someone we really wanted, we're in our head about right now. And you're hoping to change this. This is the Magician out with the Page of Cups in reverse. You're wanting to change that situation. You're wanting to recreate it, to bring it about in a better way. And that does, to me, involve your stability. Being mentally logical, knowing what it is you want, knowing what it is you want to bring into yourself, and who it is. But definitely being mentally logical about going about, how you're going to, this person that you put up on this pedestal here, how you're going to bring stability to that relationship and be there for that person is really playing on your head a whole lot. You're wanting to transform that situation for the better. And let's just pull out a little more clarity. Oh, she is so loud and ghetto. That's so yes, I'm putting her on blast on YouTube. My neighbor is loud and ghetto downstairs. So it's too early in the morning. It's Sunday morning. They won't hear all that. Okay. 8 of Pentacles and 10 of Wands is in reverse. So this cycle, like I said, is completing for you. And the cycle where you carry heavy loads, that cycle is in reverse. That is ending for you. That is ending for you. You're putting down some of your burdens, Pisces, emotional burdens you put on yourself, and mental burdens that you put on yourself to where you felt like you can do it all this time. And now you're getting the clarity that you need to know that your benefits are coming in. Your benefits are coming in through the hard work that the universe, God, whoever you believe in, has seen you working on yourself in the most, vigorous way. I see you working on yourself to bring about stability where there was no stability, to maybe become more responsible in the world where you weren't responsible, to make sure you have the things that you need in your life. I see that playing out. And that you have gone through this cycle and learned how to become a more stable person and why you had to become a more stable person. Got a comment up there. Hello. Quick one card. Give me a question. If you do have a question, Pisces, give me a question for you. Quick one card will do for you before we get out of here, because this was a pretty good overall quick reading for you. Did come out pretty crystal clear. If you do have a question, I will take it right now. You're still there. I see you guys' strength coming back though overall, Pisces. I see you guys gaining a whole lot of strength through learning how to become more stable. With you guys, water, your water element, you're taking your water and adding some areas of strength to it that it didn't have. You're adding something to your water, which is kind of soft. It needed a little bit of groundedness. So last month, I want to say you guys were asked to have a little more fire. You were asked to add more fire to your water. And now after the action, which is the fire, after the action has been taken, now it's about adding the stability to it. So it really was playing you guys out to be overall a more stable person. It was showing you the path, Pisces, from your water to your fire and now to your earth, which is your ground and your stability. Only thing missing is air, and air is all in all the rest of these elements, which is when you're thinking, when you're trying to come up with the answer, you get to your air. But overall, I see your strength. I see your strength, and I see that chariot moving. You guys are learning how to handling it with one hand. Differences of opinions, differences in changes in environment. You guys are handling it well with the chariot. You're moving and rolling with the punches in a positive direction. And that's just great for you guys. That's great. All right. We'll get back to you, Nicolina. If you have a question for me later, you can send it on the website. You can instant message me on the website, and I do answer questions there as well. It is www.divinitygems33.com. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time.